Definitely, definitely. Yes, I don't think that's the way forward. You see, to the extent that GBC as it is now is largely a commercial entity, I actually don't think a good case has been made for this TV license to be paid. Look, that fee, let's call it what it is. It's actually a tax. It's actually a tax. So if you want to tax citizens for this purpose, I think that we can do far better. You see, things in the nature of a tax, you would have to do a lot more of education. And besides, as I said, because GBC gets revenue from adverts, ad revenue, I think that's why the professionals call it ad revenue, if I can shorten it that way. We should have a thorough discussion where we will see how much revenue is being made, how much is a shortfall, you see, and so on and so forth. And also, most especially, GBC should come up with a strategic plan. This tax that they want to collect, what are they going to use it for? It's not sufficient to say we will buy better equipment, we will improve content. No, 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 no. That's not how we spend tax money. You see how every year the finance minister goes to present a budget to parliament. Yeah, there are line items. You say we will build a road from Accra to Cape Coast, this and this, and then there's a cost so that citizens can look and see. And you know, sometimes it helps. You remember the recent case with the what do you call it, the website. You see that when there are errors, citizens, through scrutiny, some of these things can be checked. So GBC hasn't made a good case. They haven't held a case. You see, and let's not make a mistake. The fact that it's a law on the statute book doesn't mean that we can just get up any day and start implementing. No, 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 no. I know there's been some education, but it's been woefully inadequate. I mean, I've heard it because I listen to the station too a lot. You just hear pay your TV license, like something like, no.
Well, there was a massive campaign, was it 2 years ago?
Yes, the campaign, as I said, it's not sufficient. You see, we are citizens. You have to engage us. That's why I said, what we want to understand is that how much do you make from the adverts? How much do you make? What do you want to do? When you say better content, you see, to the extent that people are angry, you see, if you check, so many of the people that have dealt with on this matter, okay, spoken to about this matter, they are angry. And if you go a bit into the conversation, you see that it's because citizens are not happy with the content. So when you come with a general statement that we will improve content, you haven't taken the case any far at all. What specifically are you going to do about content? So bring a strategic plan. Let's look at it. Let it be detailed. Then that's why I said that, look, if a good case is made, people will even willingly pay more. Yeah, there are certain persons who will even donate more than what the law requires. After all, it's 36 cedis for one and then 60 cedis for 2 sets, right? Yes. But so far, the case has not been well made. Just running a 2-minute or a 1-minute ad that pay your TV license so that we will improve content is not the way to go.
But paying TV license is not new. We used to pay TV license,
yes, and it stopped
way back.
Why did we stop? It's because of this same dissatisfaction. So you see that citizens resisted. And as I stated earlier, the fact that you have a law and a statute book doesn't mean that you can just implement it anyhow. The laws are different. This one is a tax. And you see, Ghana generally, we've had issues with the tax. You ask GRA, they will tell you only a very small percentage of the working population pay tax, those in the formal sector. Then because tax itself, usually, nobody wants to pay tax, generally. Even the big multinationals, you see when you follow the media, they are caught all the time, fidgeting with their books and they are fined and all. Yeah, so it tells you that when something is a tax, you have to also be tactful. So that's why I said, for me, if we did a thorough education, indicated how much they are making from the ad revenue, and then what they specifically want to do. If you say more community radios, where? Are you going to situate it in Zwarungu or Fanchiniko? Where? How much will it cost? Over what period? So, and then you do some financial modeling. How much do you intend to raise for this financial year? Okay. So those are a lot more questions. Let's have a detailed, because we all want to develop. We all want to. And you know, when you have a lot of radios, you engage the citizens, it helps. I'm from media pluralism any day. But let's be very sure what is going to happen. So as I said, most especially, you know, right now, apart from their ad revenue, they receive government subvention. That subvention is tax money. So
isn't that going into payment of salaries?
I presume so. So when you say we want to wean ourselves off government subvention, that thing you call subvention, its other name is actually tax money. So you want to wean yourself off it and come back to the citizens directly. I mean, isn't it the same thing? We're already paying tax to the government, and out of that, the government gives you subvention. You add that to the ad revenue, and you are running. So if you think you want to change the model, that's why I said this one, it will need a detailed plan. When the plan looks good, people will willingly pay.
Okay.
The plan has to look good.
All right. I want us to go to the Facebook pages of a few people. Many people have been talking, by the way. But we'll